Hey, we live. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Wheesearch Live with me, Jay Iziah. So today we're gonna do some Thanksgiving makeup. Oh, that's my voice. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Wheesearch Live with me, Jay Iziah. Okay, that's gonna echo. I'm sorry, guys. But welcome back to Wheesearch Live with me, Jay Iziah. So Thanksgiving is right around the corner. November is like my favorite month. I mean, because it's my birthday month. But besides that, Thanksgiving is a perfect time to be around your family, friends, whatever you do. Even if you do it solo, you can still look good while doing it. So in this broadcast today, we will be doing two different eyeshadow looks. I did do a green and yellow eyeshadow look or a whole makeup look that I posted on my Instagram yesterday. So that's going to be our first look, and that was in all matte shades. And then I'm going to do a very nice like cranberry pink wine colored cut crease, and that's going to have some shimmer in it. So if you're ready to get started, let's start. So I don't have any foundation on. I just have my brows on, and they are slayed. Let me go down to the chat real quick and see who is here. All right. So if you are here and you are in the chat, just leave a comment real quick so I know who's here. Say your name or whatever, and I got you. I'll give you a little shout out. But before we get started, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Wheesearch's YouTube channel. We are bringing out content. We're actually moving to a new posting schedule, so be ready because we're bringing you a lot of content. And as always, if you haven't checked out www.wheesearch.com yet to enter in Weepinions for the products you use or to find the perfect makeup that looks, wears, and feels right on your body, your skin, your lips, your everything, then you're going to want to go to wheesearch.com and check it out. But here we go. Let's just get started with it. So this time change has like thrown me off completely. But you know, I'm adjusting. I adjust well. All right. So let me just grab a beauty blender. I'm gonna put my foundation on. So I just got a new foundation. Well, it's not new. It's like my holy grail foundation now. It's the Hello Happy Foundation by Benefit Cosmetics. And it literally came in the mail today. I was so excited because I wanted it for this broadcast. I wanted it forever. But the only difference with this purchase is that I bought a warm tone before I bought a neutral, but I knew I showed that it was coming off gray on my skin. Like it still blended in pretty nicely. Their formula is bomb for that, but I don't want to look gray. So I got the warm tone one. So we're going to test that out today as well. And we're going to see how that looks, I guess, on me. All right. So I totally just had a foundation brush. This is nuts. Okay, so that disappeared. It's all good. We'll survive. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply some foundation first. And like I said before, I'm going to be using the Benefit Cosmetics Hello Happy Foundation, and this one is in the shade 10. 10, 10, 10. And if you see me looking this way, I'm looking at the monitor just to see your guys' chats or if you have any questions or whatnot. Oh, so this is very warm. Oh my gosh. Oh, hopefully this looks better on my skin. I'm kind of scared, guys. I'm scared. Oh man. Okay. Let's just put this on a brush and let's just go in. Okay, so first, this is not my shade. She's really light, but sometimes when you start blending these things out, and especially with this formula, I realized with the Hello Happy Foundation, they don't have a lot of shades, but the shades that they do have, for some reason, like as you apply and blend them out, they do become similar to your shade, but this one might be too light. Oh no, so that means if I'm not neutral, or maybe this might work. Okay, it's starting to blend a little bit better. We're just gonna continue applying this. And I need a haircut like ASAP. Good job. I do not like the way this brush is applying. I will be right back. I'm gonna grab my foundation brush. I'm not liking how this brush is applying, but the shade is definitely lighter. You can definitely see it's lighter. So I'm gonna blend down to my neck and we're just gonna give it a try. But I'm gonna have to figure out how to mix this because I really like the foundation, but I'm not neutral, I'm not warm. Maybe I try cool and see if that works. I'm gonna jump in. All right. So I don't know where my foundation brush went, but she's not a match. I'm so sad. Like I literally just had this foundation brush. Oh no, Katrina, please be safe. Please be safe. If you're driving, please keep your hands on the wheels and pay attention to the road. I will be here for an hour, so if you can get to your destination and then join, I would feel so much more comfortable if you did that. Safety first, always safety first. But thank you for joining. That's legit. Oh, here it is. It's just such a small brush that I keep. You are? Okay, cool. Thank you. Just be safe. I got a new foundation and, well, I got a different shade of this foundation and I think it's too light. Well, I don't think it's too light. It definitely is too light, which makes me, it concerns me now though, because I'm in a parking lot and I'm about to drive, but I'm going to listen. Okay, yeah, definitely. So I know that you won't be responding, so I'm just going to talk. Okay? So I just got the Hello Happy foundation, and you know that's like my fave foundation. But I was using neutral before, and the neutral shade was leaving me with like a slight gray undertone. So when I reordered it, because I like the foundation, I decided to get the warm tone shade to see if this was a little bit better, but she's light, like very light. So I'm gonna have to blend down to my neck for the purpose of today, and then figure out how we're gonna mix this. But we are not having a good makeup day right now. This formula is a little bit different. Maybe it's because I need a haircut. Thank you. Oh, we're gonna be working today. My gosh. Okay. You just got new foundations too? Well, whenever you get to your destination, let me know which foundations you got. Wow, I wonder if there's a difference in the formula. Like, this isn't applying how I'm used to it applying. Like, we are getting patchiness. I did moisturize. Honey, honey, honey. Okay. We're gonna have to do something. All right, let's just build this up. And we're going to just buff this into the forehead real quick. I'm just gonna apply it with this brush everywhere, and then I'm gonna go over with a beauty blender to blend this out. But I don't know if the lighter shades have a different formula because this is applying way differently than, I don't know if you guys can even see. Like, is it showing up? Why is it so overexposed right now? Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. You see right there, like this patchiness. What's happening? Oh no, we are orange mess. Okay, we're switching to a beauty blender. This cannot be. Everybody, welcome to a live broadcast of someone putting on makeup. All the things you don't see. Push to talk works when you're looking like push to talk works when you're looking like you are. Yeah, I know. I'm like ghostly right now. But it's not white. I think I'm just overexposed right now. My lighting, my camera's supposed to auto adjust, and I don't know why she's playing games. Let me try something real quick. Oh no, that made it worse. Oh, there we go. Huh. Interesante. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could see me in person. I'm like literally orange. I'm giving Oompa Loompa vibes right now. But the show must go on. So we're just gonna blend this out. Good thing we're focusing on the eyeshadow today because, honey, this color is not a match. Yeah, I gotta go get a haircut, like ASAP. Okay, so after using the Beauty Blender, we are starting to get more of an even base. Um, with this, still not my shade, so of course I have to blend down to my neck so that we get a seamless kind of blend. But I'm gonna have to work this out, or I guess I'll return it and then get another shade. Oh, honey, what is you doing? See, and the funny thing about this is I was gonna do my foundation off camera, like before I started the broadcast. But then I was like, oh well, this came in today, so let's test it out. And I'm glad that we did because I love this foundation so much, but now I have a different opinion. And that sucks because this shade is so much different than the next shade up, which is 11. And 11 is supposed to be deep, but neutral. And this is supposed to be deep warm, but this is orange. Like I'm definitely this undertone is orange. This ain't this ain't no superficial love. Okay. Anyways, we're just gonna leave this how it is. Maybe I'll throw some skin perfecting powder on just to make it a little bit better, a little bit more seamless, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna be using the MAC Cosmetics Skin Perfecting Powder in the color Dark Deep. And I'm just gonna be using a fluffy powder brush. And we're just gonna try to blend over this. This is in my actual shade, so maybe this will even it out a little bit, fix any of these like imperfections I'm seeing, buff out the foundation, like buff it into the skin, and just get us a nice base to start working with. Even though we're about to go to the eyes, but it's all good. This also sets the foundation. Okay. So now we have foundation on, we have brows. So let's just get into this eyeshadow tutorial. That bothered me actually, that this is like, it feels like a totally different formula than the other one. Like the way it applied, I had to use three different brushes, three different applicators to apply this foundation today. But also you can attribute that to having a bad makeup day. Some days my skin just does not want to work with me. Like, it's just like, nah, you've been doing makeup all week. You've been beating up your face all week. Calm down. We're not letting you have this one. You're going to have to take an L today. That's what I feel like my foundation says. But on camera, like I'm looking in the monitor and I look a lot lighter, but it looks good. Just know it's not. Okay, let's hop into this. So Thanksgiving is right around the corner and I want to show you some easy, they're kind of easy slaying eyeshadow looks to get you going. So I'm going to start off with this first one. So we're going to be using the Makeup Revolution Reloaded Division palette. So let's get that in the camera. So the Loaded Division palette, pop her open for y'all. So it's a lot of these like browns, greens, burgundy colors, things like that. This gives me very much fall vibes, Christmassy vibes, and all that. So what I'm going to be focusing on is I'm going to hit these mustard yellows and oranges and these greens. Like this green and this green right over here, probably that one too. You see I dipped into that, but we're going to be doing those today. So the first thing that we want to do is, of course, prime your eyelids so that your eyeshadow pops more. If you don't know what priming your lids means, that means it's using an eyeshadow primer. They do sell those separately, or if you have concealer, you can use your concealer to prime your lids and that will save you some money. Saves you money, it saves you buying more products that you have to throw away the packaging for. So in turn, it actually saves the environment as well. So prime with concealer. Don't waste your money on another product. Unless you have like a favorite like eye primer, like the P. Louise base I heard is really good. But honey, why spend more money when I have concealer? So the first thing we're going to do is jump into this orangey shade right here. And we're going to pop this into our crease. So I'm going to pack a lot of this color onto the brush like so. And then what I'm going to do is right on my outer V area, I'm just going to pack that color in like so and pull it up towards my brow a little bit. So I'm just creating that eye shape. And then from the brow where I pulled it over, I'm just going to blend it into my crease. And the way this broadcast is going to work, I'm going to do this eye with the green eyeshadow look, and I'm going to do this one with the cranberry. So that's going to be two different eyeshadow techniques or different looks. All right, so I'm going to start, and I'm just going to buff this orange into my crease. And now to talk about this palette a little bit. So this is the Makeup Revolution Reloaded series, and this specific palette I'm using is called the Division palette. And I'm still doing the same thing, just buffing this into my crease, pulling it out a little bit, and then into my lower lash line. So, and it's not even showing up on camera. I don't know what's up with my lighting today, but I'll try to fix that before we are. I wonder what would this do? See, that makes it too dark. And then that makes it too light. Oh, well. We win some, you lose some, you know? Okay, but when I first got this palette, I was super excited because I've never seen colors like this before in a palette, like these greens and these oranges, and they're like a different kind of orange. They're just really grungy looking. So I was excited about that. I bought the palette, tried a makeup look with it, didn't perform the way I wanted it to perform at all. It was very patchy, it's super powdery and all that. But a lot of the things that I bought when I first started doing makeup, I've gone back and tried them again, and with different techniques, I realized that they do actually kind of work. So this one, you do have to work with it still a bit. It is very powdery, but if you use the technique that I just did where you stamp all of the powder on where you want it and then slowly blend it out, it works a lot better. If you're not into doing all of that work, then probably not the palette for you, but the palette is super affordable. And I'm just pulling that into my lash line. Okay, so once you have that orange shade buffed into your crease, we're gonna take a smaller brush. So I just used the Morphe 505 brush, which is this fluffy blending brush, to apply that transition shade. So now I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush. That one's still kind of too big. Actually, no, this one works. So I'm just gonna go in with the smaller blending brush. This is from Beauty Accents. It's actually like a really cheap brush, but it works really well. And it's another blending brush, but it's a tad bit smaller and it's angled. So it's like squeezed in the middle and it gives you a little bit more control to deepen out that crease. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this dark green color right here and I'm gonna pop that onto my brush. Now in the outer V area, I'm just gonna pack this color in like so. And if you look, this color is pigmented. I know my lighting is like washing stuff out today, but even through my lighting, you can see that color. So I'm just packing that color in to that outer V area like so. And I'm gonna slowly blend it into my crease, but keeping it focused below that first color. But I want the darkest part to be here, and then I want to blend out the rest. Now, when you're blending out the rest, you want to use light pressure and just kind of move the shadow and have it blend into that first color, but you want to keep that first color on the top. And then I'm going to pull that into my lash line a bit, like so. Now, here's a little technique I learned to get like a gradient going up. If you hold your brush downward like so, and then in that crease area with very light pressure, start blending and just like very lightly blend over top of that line. And you'll start to see that the shadows start pulling upward. Or if you want to do circular motions will give you that same effect too. So it's really just up to what you find comfortable in your makeup routine or makeup style or whatever. But I use a combination of both. So I'm just going to keep blending this out, and we're just getting a nice diffused shadow look where these edges are. So it's blending into that first transition color, and it's just giving us a nice blend. Then where this part is, I'm just gonna flick it out a little bit. So I just go into the brush, and then with circular motions, I'm gonna start smoking that out towards my brow, like the tip of your brow. Okay, so now we are getting a nice green diffuse color, which I love, and boom. So you can start to see like this is now blending out, our lid is still open, and we have like a nice green color over here. I don't know if you guys can see, I'm sorry. You got the Morphe 513 brush today, woo, hey, yes. Hi, Amy, welcome to the broadcast. How are you doing today? So with this dark green right here, and another thing I've noticed about greens is sometimes they blend out like a little bit gray, but that works perfect for this look because it's kind of smoky. So I'm just gonna keep blending this out a little bit just to get that diffused look. You're good? Yes, I'm doing well too. I had a little moment yesterday where I just kind of felt overloaded, so I had to go take a walk or whatever, but you know, I'm really good at like focusing and bringing myself back to earth, you know? All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit more of that green shade, but I mean very little, and just pop it on the edge of the brush. And I'm going to deepen out just that bottom part again. And I'm gonna pull it into my lash line. I just want this part to look very smoky, very dark, because when we connect it to our lower lash line, that's where it really not our lower lash line, our waterline down below. That's when it like really starts to pop and make a difference. So I'm just slowly using light pressure and pulling the shade onto my lid a little bit. It's normal, gotta have those moments sometimes myself. Yeah, I know it is normal, but like for me, it's like I beat myself up so much, and I need to stop doing that because like I'm actually doing things that matter, and we'll talk, we'll talk. I have your number. Okay, so now that we have this base out like this, and let me scroll up real quick. I don't know if, hold on one second, guys. Okay, so it's, yeah, I don't know what's up with the camera quality today. I totally apologize, everybody. Okay. So now that we have this color packed in here and it's a little bit darker in this outer V area and it's diffused going outward, we want to go back in with that first brush that we used, so that fluffy blending brush, and we're going to go back into that first color we used, which was that orange, and we're just going to use a little bit of product and we're just going to diffuse out those edges and make them like really soft and pop, because we don't want harsh lines out here, okay? So all you got to do is just very light pressure, go over those edges and just lighten that up a little bit. Just use some back and forth motions and just really get that orange and those greens mixing together to give you kind of a warm tone on top, and it gets deeper as it goes into your crease. Okay, so now we have this going on, which is cute. It's diffused out. We got darkness in the middle. Okay, okay, okay. So now what we need to do is we need to make this pop even more. Yes. So I'm going to take a flat packing brush. So I'm going to take a Morphe 124, which is, I think it's used for concealer. But if you know me, I don't conceal on my actual face. The only time I use concealer now is for my brows. But I'm going to use this Morphe 124 brush, which is a really tiny packing brush. And this is because I have hooded eyes and I want a little bit more control. So I'm going to take this flat brush and I'm going to dip into this matte mustard yellow. Like, I absolutely love this mustard yellow. It looks fine to you? Okay, cool. So maybe it's just me tripping over here. So I'm dipping into this mustard yellow. And I'm just getting all of that color on the brush. And then what I'm going to do is, starting in my inner corner, I'm just going to pack that yellow on. So I'm just packing that yellow onto my lid. Honey, this yellow, she showed up today. Wow, she really showed up today. You like the color above the orange one? Oh, this like dark green, like the forest green, this one? There we go. There we go. Now she's focusing. So above the orange one, so this green? Or this orange one? They're both greens though. They're both like, one's a light green, one's a dark green, like a forest green. But I love the forest green one. It reminds me of a Christmas tree. But honey, this yellow, she showed up today. She's not playing. All right. So once you pack all of that color onto your lid, then what I do is I take the tip of the brush and I follow the one and the third on the top row. Oh, okay, yeah, that's like a muted green. That one's cute too. So then in the crease, I just take this, whatever leftover yellow is, and I kind of blend it into the crease just to get like a gradient effect going on. And it really blended into the yellow yesterday when I did this look. So, yes. All right, so then now we have this really harsh line right here. And do we do harsh lines? No, 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 we don't do harsh lines, okay? So with this harsh line, what do we need to do? We're gonna go back to that smaller brush, and then we're gonna dip into that darker green shade again. Tap a little bit of excess off, and then with the tips of our bristles, using light pressure once again, we're just gonna slowly flick over top of that color to give us a nice blend. have too much product on my brush. All right. So we have like a little green, yellow, pop of yellow in the middle. And it's kind of cute. It's a cute, like simple, whatever look. But I did make this, I did pop this a little bit more yesterday. So this one would be like a matte shadow look if you want. And we're gonna do the lower lash line as well. But if you want to make this just a little bit, like stand out a little bit more, there's a green shimmer. So this green shimmer right here, it's very like light, but it adds a lot to the look for some odd reason. So I'm going to dip in with that same brush, that little packing brush, and I'm just going to, right in the middle, like where those lines meet, I'm just gonna pack this little green shimmer. Oh yeah, you can only see her when the light hits it the right way. Boom. Right where that line met, we just have a little bit of shimmer to draw that attention to. Okay, so then after we have that whole moment done, what I want to do is I want to do our lower lash line. So this part's going to be fun because I've been having a lot of fun with like lower lash lines and all that stuff. Using different brushes to achieve the looks that I want has really made a difference. So I'm going to go into my Do Color brush, which it's just a flat shading brush, like a flat packing brush or whatnot. And we're going to dip into that dark green shade, the one that we put in that outer V. You see how we're connecting things now? Because literally that's what we're about to do. We're about to connect that outer V part to our lower lash line. So I'm going to dip into this green color like so. And then in our lower lash line, we're just going to get that very close and concentrated. And we're going to go about 2/3 of the way. And then just connect that into that outer V area where you pack that color at first. And just making sure you blend it into that outer V area where you pack that color. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that same brush and I'm just going to make sure that this color is there. All right, so you see now that we have that connected, boom. Now what do we need to do? We need to go in with the yellow. You're home? Yes, Katrina, I'm glad you made it home safely. So now we're gonna take that yellow mustard color and I'm gonna put that on my brush as well, like so. And then I'm just gonna pack that right over top of that green line and just bring it into my inner corner a bit. Ooh. L'Oreal True Match, I am Natural Ivory. Why the sad face? Oh, okay. This is, child. It has been one of those weeks. Oh, I dipped into the wrong shade again? Oh my gosh. All right, back into that yellow. Oh my, this is a mess. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now we have a green to yellow gradient moving into our inner corner. And then to make our inner corner pop, I'm going to use I just saw this brush, so don't play games. There we go. I see it. You miss summer? Me too. Me too. So we're going to use this copper shade right here. Is that it? Yeah. This copper shade right here, we're going to use as an inner corner highlight. So I'm just using a Morphe 508 brush, and I'm just getting that pigment onto my brush. And then I'm going to spray it because I know she don't show up how she should. She don't show up how she should, okay? So I'm going to give her a little spritz. And then we're going to pop this in our inner corner. So she's subtle, but when the light hits it and somebody sees you, they're gonna speak. Okay. All right, and then when we throw some lashes on this thing, she will. Oh, we need liner. We're going to do some liner. My bad. I'm over here jumping ahead. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to use the Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner Plus Serum. And then we're just going to line our eyes. Oh no, am I almost out of product? Add some red and you me singing Jingle Bells, right? Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, much fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Yes. Don't get me in the Christmas spirit, Katrina. You have lash boost, you don't use it anymore? Me either. I feel like it's because it's a schedule. Like you have to use it every night before bed. And sometimes, some nights, like I'm just ready to go to sleep. So I always forget. But I need to start using it again because my lashes, by putting on so many false lashes, I have pulled my lashes out. Okay. And we have liner. And then we're going to tight line the bottom line. We're going to put black in the water line, the lower water line. I should make a Christmas CD. I'm already there, and I got new lashes from Walmart. 75% Halloween sale. Oh, the Halloween lashes. You have to let me know how those are. Let me grab one product I don't have with me. It's the Maybelline gel eyeliner. I love it. All right, perfect. So this is the Maybelline Lasting Drama Waterproof Gel Pencil. So it is waterproof. If you don't like waterproof products, then this is not for you. But we are about to use her and line our water line. So I even set it out on the counter so I wouldn't forget. Don't forget. Literally me, Amy. Literally me. All right, so what we're going to do is take this lash pencil and we're just going to get our lower lash line. I mean, our water line. I keep saying lash lines. I'm like obsessed with lash lines today. Okay, boom. And our eyes are tight lined down. And then the last step would be to put lashes on, but I think I'm going to put the lashes on at the end when I'm done the other eye. But so far, this is what we have. We have like a nice green and yellow transition using all matte shades. And then we just popped a little tiny shimmer, which I can see in my in person. And when it catches the light, it's actually really nice. Like it looks like little tiny pieces of glitter, but she cute. She cute or whatever. Ain't nobody out here arguing. We said she cute. All I literally have issues today. So many issues today. Let me get a little bit more of this green real quick. I want to add a little bit more of the blend. The difference in the eyes right now. I know, right? That's the power of makeup, baby. Let me get a little bit better of a, oh, there we go. Okay. Ooh, yes. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and, like, shape-wise, yeah, because you add in, I know, because by adding that tight lining, it like really makes my almond eye stand out. Like it pulls out that shape of my eye. All right, let's do the other eye now. I'm excited about this one. I mean, I was excited about this one too, but I did it yesterday. This one I'm doing today, it's gonna be new. All right, do we have all the palettes we need? I set them over here. Okay. Let's have some fun. All right, so if you are into cranberry, berry colors, that type of thing, this is going to definitely be your type of look. The first thing we're gonna do is we wanna keep this look warm. So trying to choose the difference between a warm shade and a cool tone shade is really difficult. I think they should start like maybe saying that, but it just look for the lighter shades. Try to shades that are warmer, have warmer undertones versus like gray, red undertones would be cool. All right, so here, commented on my contour, my eye color pop. Normally it's like a dark brown. Oh yes. And that's the thing about makeup too. You can use shades that enhance your natural, like your eye features, the colors in your eyes, and then bring them out, bring them more forward, make your eyes bigger by putting white on your waterline. There's so many tricks. But yeah, your contour looked really good. Like I noticed it right away. All right, so this is the 39A. This is the Dare to Create palette. I use this palette a lot because I love the transition shades in the middle, all the browns, the pops of color, everything that you need, baby. That was weird. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into a warm tone brown. So actually, let's use this warm tone, like it has like a little bit of terracotta colors underneath it, but we're gonna jump into that one right there. I think I pointed to the right one. Let's see. Will she focus? Will she give us some actual coloring? Ooh. But yeah, this shade right here. So I'm going to take that shade and I'm going to get this into the crease. Oh, I forgot we're on this eye now. So on this side, I'm going to pop this into my outer V area like so, and I'm going to stamp it upwards. So outer V, stamp it upwards like so. And I'm just getting all the color there. And also, if you watch Nikki tutorials, this is a technique that she uses, and I decided to give it a try, and I actually really like it. So now that that color is packed right there, I'm going to tap off the excess on my brush, and then we're going to start blending this into the crease. And you can be kind of sloppy with this side because we are going to do a cut crease. So we're going to be cutting out our crease with a concealer. So if you get this like a lot on your lid, don't worry, we got you. And then we're going to pull this into the lash line. Now on this outer part right here, I'm going to use circular motions to diffuse it out, blend it out, and get like a nice little gradient feel right there. Hitting that brow bone and then just getting it into the crease. So remember, you want to focus all of your color on the outside and then pull it into your crease area. So that way you don't have like your crease isn't super dark unless that's what you're going for. Amy, I couldn't contour. Oh my God, I got something in my eye. Oh, I couldn't contour either. And then I practiced. I was thinking about that when I said it out loud. I was like, I didn't know how to contour either. And then I thought there was going to be like a prolific statement that went with it. And then all it was just like, I literally just practiced it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have that color in here and she is giving me a nice color payoff. I like this. Yes. So I'm just really getting that in the crease and pulling it all the way over to my inner corner. And then out here, remember using that circular motion and just diffusing that out. And then going back to that crease to really define the crease. Now this area right here, I'm just gonna keep buffing it back and forth, going about 1/3 of my eye up to define the outside of my crease. And then pulling it into my lash line like so. Okay, so we got a nice even base. Is this showing up for you guys on camera? Can you see what I'm doing over here? On my end, I don't know if it's my computer. I'm using a different computer than I usually use to broadcast, and it's not showing up clear, but I just want to make sure you guys can see it. I'm gonna keep trying till I get it right. Yes, Amy, that's all you gotta do. I looked up the contour palette on here, looking how to contour. That way I use the e.l.f. powder, and I love it all. Yes! Okay, yes, you can see it. All right, perfect. All right, so then what I want to do is I want to take a darker brown. So this one has, let me see if I can find a dark one with an orange. We might have to use a cool tone. Let's see. We're going to use a darker brown right here. And we're just going to use this to just define the outer part of the crease again. But we're going to go in with a smaller brush. So remember that brush I used for my lash line? Where are my brushes going? Why would they roll under the computer? I'm confused. There's still one under here. Okay, sorry. If my broadcast like glitches or anything like that, it's because, oh no, oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. We're gonna have to come up with a better system. Oh, there we go. It fell on the floor. That's why I'm crazy. All right, so we're going to use that cool tone brown, and we're going to use this flat brush like so. So this flat shading brush again. And we're going to deepen out that outer part of our crease. So I'm just going to take that color, and I'm just going to focus it right here, pulling it into my lash line, and then just really defining that outer part of the crease. And then blending it, flicking it upwards. And pulling that into the lash line. So very focused, whipping that out. And just keeping it in that area right there. And then we're gonna blend it out in a little bit, but I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay, so now that we have that part darkened out, I'm gonna go back in with that first brush and back into that warm tone terracotta-y brown color, tap off any excess, and then I'm just going to slowly blend this color like so. And remember, I'm using light pressure because that's the best way to move the shadows and blend them in together, in my opinion. Okay, so now that we have that base done, we have a little bit deeper outer corner, and we have all this color in our crease. So we are ready to add some more color to this. So because I want to go with like this wine, like berry color type thing, we're going to jump in to this color right here. I wonder if it shows up. So it's not showing up the way I want. Like this is actually more purple, and then this has like a pink tone to it. but it's not showing up on camera, or at least for me it isn't. So I'm gonna jump into that shade. It's just like a pinkish, like a dark pink undertone color, like a berry with pink in it. And we're just gonna use this, and we're gonna get this in this crease, but a little bit lower. And then I'm pulling it onto my lid a little bit from my outer V. And then this is just warming up this color, giving us more of a pink hue now than that brown hue. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more. Really packing that color on this outer part, and then pulling it in, and then focusing it lower in our crease. Like so. And voila, boom. All right, so now we want to cut our crease. Let me read the comments real quick. So I got the Morphe 513 round blending brush, the Natural Ivy Foundation, NYX Prove It eyeshadow primer, Essence primer, Studio HD Hydra primer spray, NYX matte finish spray, and e.l.f. corrective. Concealer all at Ulta for $41. Wow, you got a lot of things for $41. Hey, you know I'm about to go shopping with you. I swear I cannot go into Ulta and spend less than $50 every single time, and that's like on the lower end. That's why that's why I started doing affordable makeup reviews, because I was like, I can literally not spend all of my money on makeup, even though I could easily do it. I really want to. All right, so cutting our crease. Let's get into it. I'm gonna cut my crease using 2 different brushes. Actually, I'm just gonna use one brush. This will be a lot smaller and give us more preciseness. So that same concealer brush I used, the Morphe 124. So this is the Morphe 124, remember that small brush? We're gonna take some concealer. There we go. And I have the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Deep. So I'm gonna take some concealer and we're gonna put this on the brush like so. I shop sales too, Katrina. Okay, so now that we have it on this brush, we're gonna pop this like right in the middle of our lid, and I'm gonna show you why in a second. So I'm just gonna put this on my lash line, but starting in the middle of my lid, and then I'm going to close my eye and look up. Now what that just did is it gave me a guide of where I need to cut my crease now. Now I have hooded eyes, so my crease is going to be a lot higher. It's just how this works. And then I'm just gonna slowly start. Sorry, I can't talk and do this, but all I'm doing is just pulling that concealer halfway to my lid, packing it on, and then just being very careful to define. Oh no, I just closed my eyes. Okay, being very careful to get this line as perfect as possible right here in the front. So if you've never cut your crease before, you're going to want to take your time. I practiced cut creases for like literally 6 hours one day. I just sat in a room and kept cutting my crease because it takes a really long time sometimes. Okay, boom. So now my crease is cut out like so. And don't worry about this harsh line right here. We're gonna fix that later. Oh, my eye's watering from, I don't know, something's in my eye on this side. Hold on 1 second. I need to wipe my eye before it messes up my makeup. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're back and we're still a mess. Just kidding. Okay, so while that concealer is still wet, it's drying down now, but this is the perfect time that I'm gonna add a shimmer on top of that. So we have this like really pretty, why won't you show up for me? Hold on, there we go, let's see. Okay, that didn't really help. There we go, I can kind of see it there. Okay, so this has like a really pink, nice pink under rose gold, pinkish color, like a wine, like a fine wine. So we're gonna use this shimmer right here. So I'm gonna take a flat packing brush, which I just had in my room. Man, we're having an off day. So I'm taking a bigger Morphe 167 packing brush, and I cleaned it with the color switch, and I'm gonna go in with that shimmer shade. And now we're just gonna pack this color on. And I'm just packing this shimmer shade on top of that concealer. So what this also does is it's gonna set the concealer and also make that shimmer pop. All right. Now with that same smaller brush, I'm gonna clean the concealer off of it. Boom. Because this is more precise, it'll give us a more precise application. So I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna put that shimmer on the tip and I'm gonna get the edges or the lines of where that concealer. Woo, look at that shimmer though. That's my heart. All right, so then once we have that shimmer on right here, we do need to do a little bit of blending. So I have hooded eyes, so it's really hard to tell what you're going to see with me, but I mean, I know my eyes now, but with that cut crease, you literally only see what's my lid on my lid for me. But so that means I want to add some color above here just to give like a really nice blend and all that. I keep saying blend today. That's the only word I know is blend today. So I'm gonna go back in with that Morphe 505 brush and with that pink-ish shade, like that muted pink shade right there. And then right above, I'm just gonna add a little bit of color. Pull her down. All right, and then where this line is, we need to make that not look like a harsh line. So we're gonna take that deeper tone that we used to deepen out that V area. I'm actually gonna build this up. I'm gonna use a little bit of purple first. And then I'm just going to stamp that purple. Oh yes, that was a good choice. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what shade I used in a second. Let me just pack this purple on. There we go. So putting that purple, I just packed the purple shade over that pink because I knew it would be a good gradient. And that gets rid of that line. And then now that we have purple right here, I'm gonna take that deeper shade that we used to deepen out the V, that brown. Where did she go? There she is. And I'm just gonna pack her back in her correct spot. And then with the first shade that we used to start this off, that warm tone terracotta color. Oh, here's the purple I use. It's kind of like a Barney purple. So I use this like purple color right there. And then with that first shade that we used, which was this like warm tone terracotta color, I'm just gonna go in and blend over top of my lines and just make sure we are diffused and have a nice blend. And we have a totally different popping cut crease look going on. So that's two different looks for y'all. Now, of course, we can make this pop even more. We're gonna add some liner. Let's add some liner. You say you don't BoxyCharm 100? Yes, I'm actually I just signed up for, well, I'm about to sign up for BoxyCharm tomorrow. Now, if you can do wings, like if you don't have hooded eyes or like it's really difficult for you to do wings, adding a wing to this look would look so bomb. Like, trust me, adding a wing to this side, yes. So from what you guys see so far, because we have run out of time, but I want to put some liner on for you guys. In the comments below, which side do you like better? Do you like the like green to yellow matte kind of moment, or this like shimmery yellow, pink to purple gradient cranberry-ish look going on? Just found your good tweezers. I have some really good tweezers from Makeup Academy. There's some liner for you. Green due to your eyes. You can still get this. Oh, really? You can still get this Smudge Box? Oh, yeah, because it's in the 8. The green? Oh, okay. I like y'all going for that matte moment. So we do have some liner on. And if we pop some lashes, it will really like pull these all together. Like it really pull it together. And oh, for the lower lash line on this side, you would do pretty much the same thing like we did on the green side. So let me just do that for you real quick. So since we used a purple real quick, I'm gonna jump into that same purple color with that flat shading brush. And then right on the outside of the eye, I'm gonna start blending that in and pulling that into my, and I want these to blend very nicely, which it is. Boom. And then I'm gonna take that pink shimmery color. Green making your eyes pop more too. I know, I really like the green look. Have you guys seen it? It's on my Insta. I posted it today, I think. Then I'm gonna pop that shimmery shade right on top. Like so. For the inner corner, we're gonna pop a gold color. And voila. When I don't see yourself, oh, thank you. That is very true. But here we go. So we have two different eye looks, both that can be used for Thanksgiving, this holiday makeup, fall, holiday, but pink. I just wanted something that was like a little bit more warmer and pink and like stood out. And I really like this side, but I also really like the green side too, like that yellow to green gradient emerald color. And then if you pop some lashes onto this, you are golden and good to go. It looks good as always. Oh, thank you, Amy. And they don't always look good. If you see how many pictures I had to take until I figured that one out, you would be shook. Like, you'd be like, really? You took that many photos to get that one? Yeah, I have 2 photos from that I could actually use. So they're going to be utilized. Trust me. We had to work. We had to work for that. But all in all, guys, these are the 2 different Thanksgiving makeup looks. So if you decide to recreate these, please tag at Wheesearch Beauty or hashtag Wheesearch Beauty or hashtag We Thanksgiving. Any of those hashtags, and we will check those and see your looks. But these are your 2 eyeshadow looks for that Thanksgiving sleigh. Oh man, I kind of want to throw, I really want to throw lashes on so you could see like when it really comes together. But I think we did a pretty good job. We were looking very different each side. So we got hello, and then we got hello. All right, well, everybody, thank you so much for coming out to this broadcast and watching me do these Thanksgiving makeup tutorial. Once again, I am Jay Iziah, the Wheesearch Live host, in-house creator, and we do a lot. If you want to follow me, all of my information is in the description below. And as always, please do not forget to go to www.wheesearch.com, create a We For Me profile, and fill out your preferences and your sensitivities so that we can start sending you makeup that works for you. But it's all about finding the perfect makeup that works for us, because even you guys in the chat watching me, we have totally different skin types. We have totally different skin colors, shades. We have different preferences and styles of makeup. Like I like color. Like that's just my thing. I really like color. If you like naturals, watching my profile for my creator or reading opinions about my colorful palettes may not be helpful to you, but Wheesearch fixes that because we have a creator team, and our creator team look very different. We are a very diverse group. So you can go on there, you can check our creator profiles, you can check all the products we're using, and then maybe find that next product, makeup product that is going to change your life, okay? You can do that on Wheesearch.com. But thank you everybody for coming out. My name is Jay Iziah, and I will see y'all on my next broadcast. Oh, before I leave, we started going live on Facebook and Instagram as well. So if you're not, go on Facebook, like that page. When I go live, you'll get a notification. And if you're following the Instagram, YouTube, or wow, that was a lot of words. If you're following Wheesearch Instagram, when I go live there, you will see it. Whew, I'm gonna go eat. Have a good day. Bye, Katrina. Bye, Amy. And I'm not going to dab. We out. Bye.